From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Right to the air is Jackson. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Second and 10. Jackson. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Going quickly out to the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Play action. Here's Haener to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Haener looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Haener will throw it again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, the other direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Little short pass here to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Haener. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Haener. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 44 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 72 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson, 47 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Now Lamar changing the play. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 37 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Little short pass here to Hill. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Haener. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Haener sets to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Haener here to throw it. That is caught, and he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the gun, it's Haener. That is caught. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Haener looking to throw it. Touchdown! Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Haener will look to throw for this. Flushed out right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he returns this to the 22. Off the play fake, Haener. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 78 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 50 yards. And the Ravens have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 7. To throw is Haener. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Play fake. It's Haener. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Haener wants to throw it again. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw again on 2nd down. Haener. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Haener looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Haener here from the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there, is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, and this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember when the dribbler draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They run play action with Haener. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? It got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Haener. This one swung out to Williams. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Darius Davis from his end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Herbert gonna throw on this first play. He connects with Disley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Willie Gay with the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. 1st down picked up as the running game comes through. They'll give it to Dobbins. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Herbert. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert, and he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now, faking the give. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now, Haener. He runs with it. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Haener. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back is Haener. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. To throw, here's Haener. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jamal Williams. Touchdown, Saints. And now, after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Herbert now on 1st down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to go into the end zone, but there is a flag down. And this is all going to be erased. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers are back within a point. It's 8-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They put Wilson in motion. Here's Haener. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Haener. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. So a very tight first half. A one-point game here at the break as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan coaches as our EA Sports. Halftime report. All yours, Coach. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
What can they do here on third down and 7? To throw, Haener. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing, Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Play action now. It's Herbert. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now third down comes up. Herbert to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. And he will score. Hayden Hurst Touchdown, L.A.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll check this down to the running back. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Hill. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. They'll look to throw again. And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Shaheed now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilt. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. They'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and
he's in. Cedric Wilson. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's Dobbins. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. 70 seconds left to go in this game. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Haener. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Back is Haener. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, New Orleans. Throwing is Haener. The open man is Wilson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the run.
And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
Well, that's only step 1, Mike. You can't exhale just yet. And as you say, a critical play coming up. Do we keep playing, or can this defense get a stop and come away here with a big win?
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Denzel Perryman. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. And right away, you